Hello everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Mastery Quiz number 7 in geometry. First question here has to do with identifying our sides from smallest to largest given a triangle. And we learned that in a triangle, the longest side of a triangle will always be opposite the largest angle, and the smallest side will always be opposite the smallest angle. So if you look over here at our triangle, you see you have an 86.6 degrees, you have a 62.1 degree, and I think when all is said and done, you end up with an angle over here. Our smaller angle is going to be in the 30s. I believe it'll be 31.3 or so. So we know that angle R is the smallest angle, and angle T is the largest angle. So when I start to identify my sides, I'll begin with the smallest. Angle R is the smallest angle, making side PT the smallest. Making sure I use my inequality symbols. I know then that the angle in the middle, or the middle-sized angle, is angle P. So side TR is opposite that. TR will be next. And our longest side will be opposite angle T, so that would be side PR. Making sure I use the proper symbols on my answer here. It does say to use a chain of inequalities, so we want to make sure we use inequality symbols. Make sure we're including them. I know that we have a habit of just maybe writing down the sides as the answers, but we want to make sure we write that chain. Question number 2. Similar question, only this time we're going to identify the angles this time from smallest to biggest. Same reasoning going on here. Smallest side means the opposite angle would be the smallest angle, and over here at our picture you can see that our smallest side is 3.6, making angle O our smallest angle. 6.1 is that middle size side, making angle X our middle angle. And then our largest angle will be opposite 8.2, which is angle B. Again, making sure we use our inequality symbols in our chain. Last question. Last question has to do with identifying some terms with triangles and different lines that we can make within a triangle. We'll start out by identifying there's 5 different terms and 5 different pictures here. Now, it's basically memorizing the definitions of these terms. I'm going to start with the median. The median, I know, starts at a vertex and cuts the opposite side into 2 equal parts and goes through the midpoint. And it looks like this picture over here identifies those 2 sides as the same, so my median is going to go here. Now I'm just going to use some arrows to save a little time here, but in your mastery quiz you should be writing the terms out. Altitude is going to be perpendicular, starting from an opposite vertex, and it looks to me like we might be missing a symbol here in our picture, so I'm going to put that in there. That should be a right angle there, making this my altitude. Altitude is perpendicular and goes through the opposite vertex. The midsegment of a triangle basically is parallel to one side of the triangle and cuts the other 2 sides of the triangle into 2 equal parts, and that would be this triangle down here. Perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular sort of gives part of the answer away. It says it's perpendicular, so you're looking for that perpendicular symbol. Looks like there's one right here. Bisector means it cuts it in half, so it looks to me like this segment is cut in half here. Looks like our perpendicular bisector is in that triangle. That only leaves one triangle left. I know with all my arrows it looks a little messy here, but angle bisector, you're looking for a segment that cuts one of the angles into 2 equal parts, and that would be this last triangle right there. Hopefully that makes sense to you. I know there's some arrows flying around there, but that might be easier to read than me writing all those words out underneath in a small space. So that should do it for Mastery Quiz number 7. Good luck next time you take it.